what I have done is I've taken the bumper off. Don't really need a video on that. It's just some 4 bolts in the chassis, and there normally is a couple on the end if it hasn't been hacked about. Now what I'm going to do is jack it up, take the wheels off, lower it down, take the springs out, jack it back up, put the wheels on. By jacking it up I just mean the axle, not the whole truck, because the truck is on axle stands. Then I'm hoping that the axle, once I've undone it all, is just going to wheel straight out and sit in front of the garage doors out the way, and then that gives me loads of space to drop the oil out of it and take the sump off of it, as I'm going to check the shells. Going for number 3 first before I take the head off of it. This is my new game plan. I know in the video at the beginning I was like, yeah, I'm just going to take the head off, but I will take the sump off first and check the shells and see what they're like. So I'm going to put the camera on the tripod there. As you can see, I've taken the shocks out of it. I've done a couple of little bits over the week. It's just been busy, or my leg's been playing me up, or I've just been lazy after doing some work and just can't be bothered, if I'm honest. There's no excuses for it. So I'm going to put that there, the camera on the tripod, and get on. Only annoying thing is recording all this stuff is you either got to turn the mic off on the camera, which I haven't learned how to do, or I've got to keep turning my tunes off. And working down the garage in silence, just a bit boring really. Let's get on then and get them springs out. The other thing I've noticed whilst jacking the axle up and down is them front bushes and them radius arms are absolutely shot. As you can see, they go up before the axle goes up. I'm going to have to take both the wheels off to do that. No, I'm not. Happy days. One spring out. A bit more. Two. Okay, so springs are out. Now I am going to, my plan is knock the steering arms off, undo the other rods, and then I'm going to do the 2 big bolts at the back, and I can use the paniard rods, radius arms as like a wheel, handles like a wheelbarrow, and wheel it out. And when I move it about, so I'm not going to bother recording all of that. I'm literally going to undo them bolts, which I've already done, crack them with a hammer. So I don't want to, the rubbers are actually good on the ball joints, track ends, whatever you call them, which makes a change. So I'll try and save them. Yeah, I'll smack them out, get the axle out, and I'll get back, and I'll also put my tunes back on then. Everything unbolted on the axle, prop shaft, all the connecting bits and pieces. What I've done is scrap bit of uni strut. The cable ties aren't actually holding any weight, it just stops it all moving about. Cable tied that to the arms, jack in the middle, again just cable tied up. My plan is, so I've lifted this up ever so slightly, so these are floating about in there. And my plan is to just walk it all backwards. I think I might need to lower the jack ever so slightly, because that isn't nowhere near centered, is it? So let's drop the jack down a little bit and then have a go. I've cleared the path. Nothing worse than trying to move something, there's loads of stuff in the way. So the path is clear, so drop the jack down a little bit, not a lot. That might do it. And then let's put the camera down to do this. Should be able to walk it out like that. So that's that side, and then round to this side. What are we catching on? What have I forgotten? I think I just need to jack it up a little bit now. Slight adjustment. Yeah, nothing's caught. Ah, the spring cup hits that. Balls! I did not factor that in. Bracket off and out of the way. Said bracket is there. Right, let's have another go at this. Tell you what, put the camera on top of that spring quickly. There you go, axle out of the way. Nailed it. Yeah. I overlooked that bracket. So that's how I get an axle out on my own. I should have done the cable tied up a bit tighter because the uni strut did move. But yeah, that's out. So now I'm going to get on and take the sump off, but I'm going to straighten these things up. Well, they're not that bad. Might be. No, they are pretty chewed, aren't they? Don't fool yourself, they're fucked. Right, sump, get the sump off, let's have a look at these shells. I'll move this back a bit more and get it out of the way.